This is Mike at Fountain Mountain. I'm here to teach you some stuff about fountains. This first one's a bamboo deer scare, or shishi-adashi. The theory behind this one is that the rhythmic clacking will scare deer away. I don't know if they actually work, but they're pretty. Stainless steel fountains never really caught on in the US, but they last forever, won't rust, and literally shine. This one's in my house, and I'm showing it to you for a couple of reasons. For one thing, it shows how adding a few inexpensive waterproof LEDs can really dramatize fountains at night. For another, I learned to be careful where you put a fountain. It's too loud in my house where the water noise bounces off the walls. In open spaces, fountains might pitter-patter. But in tight spaces, even outside, the pitter-patter can create a ruckus and even annoy. So think about where your fountain's going to go. In enclosed spaces, you might want less flow and shorter drops. I don't know how many times I've said it. A waterfall is not a fountain. I know it seems obvious. I just bring it up because the design and the amount of water that's needed is quite different. I've traveled to the 3-acre Villa d'Este in Garden Grove, California, named after the famous fountains in Tivoli, Italy. In fact, most of the large fountain manufacturers in California were founded by Italian Americans, and you could tell by the names on display at this store: Silvestri's, Brandelli's, Fiore Stone. Al's garden art doesn't necessarily sound Italian until you know it was started by Ron Bracci. Hi, this is a nice pondless fountain. That is, the fountain water is coming down over the stone, which is covering either a hidden reservoir, manufactured, or just pond liner. That's how these work. Using quite a few gallons per hour, actually. This one's about 4 feet tall. You pretty much have to do the boy peeing fountain. This is a classic old-time fountain you've all seen. This one, I guess for PC reasons, is being renamed the mannequin peeing fountain. This one is interesting. It's just a large concrete basin at the bottom and an inverted pot down here. This pot is turned upside down. This pot here is upright, and then tubing goes through the center and has a nice look to it. Disappearing or pondless fountains are quite popular today. Here's how they work. Someone digs a hole and places a reservoir in it. At the bottom of the reservoir is a pump, and the whole container is covered with a solid grate. A plumbed pot is placed on top and leveled, and stones are placed on the grate to hide it. If the pot's really level, the water slides evenly down the sides. Let's take a look at some of these wall fountains. I'm not going to talk about resin fountains in this video. I know they're popular because they're lightweight and you can carry them home in a box, but they start fading in the sun. I guess I'm a purist, but to me they just start looking cheap the longer they're outside. As far as I'm concerned, concrete and stone last longer than any of them. And unlike plastic, they can last hundreds of years. I think they look better with age.